What was that? What up, everybody? This means I love you in Haitianese. In Hashican. This means I love you greatly. This means I love all the ladies at once. If you know what I'm saying. Ladies, let's go. We're gonna start the show. If we get 500 likes on this video today, while I'm live, I will stay live for 24 hours. I don't think you guys can do it. Let's see if you guys can do it. That'll probably also ruin my $2,300 cell phone. That's okay. You guys are worth it. I'm doing these videos for everyone forever. Epic. 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 Oh yeah. Videos for life. For you, the viewer at home. Only on YouTube. Subscribe down below. Little red box there. Click it. Tap the screen really fast. Poof! You just dropped a like on the video. Poof. Check out when you subscribe, the whole screen will just start fluttering and shaking. You have arrived at the greatest ever live stream. Epicness. You guys let me know what your favorite food group is. Do you like pizza? Cat's in the garage, so if anybody is wondering, he's fine. He went to the garage so willingly. The cat loves his garage time. He gets locked in there, not to make it sound weird, but I guess it sounds kind of weird, but I locked him in there for his safety. If there was ever a problem, I could get through that, if I had to. I have the keys, there's a key there, and there's a key here, so. And I'm not a bad person. I know how to time. He ate and he drank and he went to his litter box. He's fine. We gave him a little bowl of water out there. It's not hot yet. But it will. Let me get the charger for the laptop. Got it. We'll just wait for everybody to pile on in here, and then we will begin a sleep stream extravaganza. It's kind of early this morning, so yeah, people will join. Oh, you know what? Yeah, my wife's dilemma. Dilemma. Joys of having electricity. What we're gonna do is go like this then. It's kind of sketchy. That's how Vikings roll. The sketchier the better. You might having a good time when it's extra sketchy today, yeah? How do you want it? So I'm going to look at e-bikes for a while here on on the show and probably drift off because nothing makes me sleepier than looking at e-bikes. I'd like to be driving an e-bike today, but Amazon screwed up big time, as usual. Alright. I'm gonna grab something else, but I think I got everything. If you really think about it. I'm not gonna turn the TV on. Heats up the house and it uses too much electricity. But I am gonna grab my blue berries here that I meant to put on the other board. But let's feature this bowl of berries for you, the viewer at home, right now. Good breakfast. I would have had some silk yogurt, but I don't trust it. I'm going to take it back to the store today. It's very unfortunate. So we have our board. On the bright side, the silk yogurt was like $8. So I stopped eating silk yogurt, and now I'm never drinking silk plant-based milk again. I'll just make my own oat milk. My wife will probably make it for me. She makes delicious oat milk. So if you haven't tried my wife's oat milk, you're missing out. And honestly, I was thinking, well, maybe we should create a product, right? My wife is very, very skilled in many things, many things. And I hit the jackpot, I hit literally the jackpot. I'm not into gambling, like, I should tell you guys a quick story, okay? Gambling is, I don't consider, now you have to hear me out, because I wasn't like, I didn't play poker every day, right? And if I played poker, I won mostly, right? I'm not saying I won all the time, but I was way ahead, right? There are people out there that can say that, right? Of course, most people lose, especially if you go into those bigger buildings. Home games, dust you all. And if I didn't, I'd play you tomorrow or next month or next week, whenever you were having another game, for fun. So I got an e-bike up actually right now, but I can't move to it because I'm on a bed. And I'm just barely on the bed. Now, barely. A little more on the bed. Let's see. I really want to get an e-bike fairly soon. Now, this isn't an e-bike that's like regular. This is a... Let me read it to you. This is a... This goes 40 miles per hour, which is that's probably too fast for me. I'll probably go that fast, but I'll probably do my last live stream. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna get the e-bike and get you e-scooter, please. Can you e-scooters, bud? I'm 44, 209 pounds. Can I get an e-scooter with tiny wheels, bro? I'm going live streaming. It's gonna be epic. I'm gonna do epic live streams from my e-scooter, bud. You're gonna be just loving it. No. We're getting a dual motor. Samsung sells. I had one that was 72 in the cart. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. 48. I'm gonna start out with this. Because seriously, this is all I need for right now. 48 volt, 25 amp. The other e-bike that I'm rolling up on a couple of, I don't want to say too much, but they're coming in 90 days. 90 days, and there was something wrong with the last one. I really don't want to get too much into it, but right now I'm telling you, like I know it looks a little weird, like I should have some kind of e-bike already right now, but I don't, okay? They're taking forever, and then now I've got to get a hold of a couple companies via these other things, and I don't want to do it. Like, if companies want me to ride their e-bikes, I'm not going to say this one's crap. You guys, and I will time out people that are like, oh, that's a crappy e-bike if you keep doing it. And I'm trying to make a promotion, like not a promotion video, but like
if I'm given an e-bike, I'm gonna do my best to be fair about it. It was for free. Like, am I gonna diss your guys' unboxing gifts? Only one guy, Toy Soldier, he sent me like the cheapest glass pieces I've ever seen. Other buddy, Long Balls Larry from Canada, man, he hooked me up. Callie, you are amazing. That one guy, Toy Soldier, you guys got a fake. He's from Ohio or something. You know, Idaho. He gets Ohio. Man. All his beans were like absolute, seriously garbage compared to anything I have. And that's being nice about it. But I've always said I have stellar. But there's this guy's like trying to rip you guys off. I thought I'd tell you the truth, right? Man. I know I didn't get everything he had, but I had like, I must have had like 19 different varieties. They were all garbage, man. All garbage. I was like every one of them next to it, whatever I was doing, like that I got from wherever or had originally from decades ago. This guy's stuff looked like hay, bro. I was like, huh? It's all sparse and fluffy. You know, it worked, but it was not like mine. And then they're huge. Like there's no and they're outdoors. Like there's no reason for them to be like that, eh? But it's weak male pollen. I'm gonna no. Well, I just did. But there you go. Take the most precious information you'll get from anybody and run with it. You know, enjoy yourself. You guys should be having a good time in life, you know? Yeah, we gotta work and stuff. Like, I didn't originally like doing YouTube, so I never came on here. I made myself enjoy what I do. You understand? Now you go look at how many videos I make. And look at the quality and the caliber of it overall. Don't take one video where I was doing a chat after I have already stood in front of the camera, showed my face 28,000 live streams. Minimum. On 2-3 channels top. I think this channel alone I've done probably 29,000 live streams. You gotta remember, I deleted a whack, and then I have, you know, a lot more I've taken off of YouTube forever. They'll never be featured here again. They're gone. I took them off, like, because of these, yeah, anyway. I had problems with, you know, a lot of videos. But it was all documentary style stuff, right? Like, there was no, anyway, I'm not getting into any of it. I'm a boss and a legend. And that's what I'll go down as. Most people that are trolls, you ain't in front of the big screen, buddy, or angel, showing your face, saying what you do every day. You'd be embarrassed to read 1 minute of the comment section you guys get. Trolls are the epitome of a vampire, right? A succubus. People with no life picking on others. Saying anything derogatory or negative about another person in a room with other people, you're a vampire. Period. You think you're so good and so big and so tough. Why have you not said anything to the person you're putting down constantly behind their back? Because you know. Most people lead a life of, they call it, there's a term called life of Riley. You guys probably never heard of it. Some of you for sure have. I have a lot of older viewers who are very smart. I should include that very quickly. Just because you're old, it don't make you smart. I've seen that now with my own eyes. The older you get, more than likely, except in my family, they're strong-minded, but I'm watching somebody's mind slip away. And it's scary, you know, it's scary to see that, you know. Because they weren't a good person before. They hid their life and what they really did at the bars and stuff like that. And I saw what they were, and I don't hang out with them anymore because of that. near or talk to hookers. That's the spit. You guys married, right? I'm a good man. Everybody's trying to find something when they should be looking at themselves and trying to make amends with all the children and people they've hurt. Disgusting and despicable, most people are. Especially the older you get, the less you care about the future of the young people. The older you get, you care more about yourself and you become shallower every single day. You also far more ornery almost all the time. Like you've never been a good person really 6 days in a row, right? You complain constantly, you bicker. Old people are like, that's why most young people move away from their relatives who are old. Because they feel a sort of like you have to do this or you have to hang out with these people who, like, you go in the room and they put you down. They say you're bald or you're fat or whatever it is, right? Like, hey, well, the sun shines, well, like, they live in a dump compared to you. Fuck off. I don't know, man. This bike has a triple suspension system. With taxes, it's $3,000. Say $2,700. It doesn't say the range yet, but I'm gonna guess 85 miles, 95 miles. So if I had a backpack, I could get some groceries, you know, with this thing. I mean, 85 miles, I think Winnipeg is. Like, I only need to go 2 or 3 miles, eh? Maybe 5 miles one way. Maybe let's say one store or a couple stores didn't have cat food, I'd have to boot maybe another 5 miles. So 10 miles, maybe 12 miles one way after doing some side traffic and side streets just to make it safer. We're looking at, 22, 25 miles of travel off a charge. I'll say that it's 5 or 6 hours to charge. Or no, it's a dual. 6 to 8 hours to charge dual 1,000-watt motors. But they are Samsung, so let's see what it says. Upgraded full suspension, triple suspension, so it's got a suspension in the middle. Front and back, right? And then in the middle, like you've seen those shocks in the middle of bikes, even though they've been around for like 25 years, probably 30 years on. I don't know about 30 years, but how old am I? I wouldn't know actually. At least 20, 25 years they've had that middle shock in Canada. We have a lot of crappy stuff here compared to America. America gets some of the finest gear, man. Here's the 3,000 watt, but I don't want anything that bulky. I want to be able to do like, 360 on the bike. You know what I'm saying? You guys do 360s, don't you? I'm not worried. What does this say? About 6 hours with a 3 amp charger. 25 amp hour. Actually, I don't know if that's what that stands for. I think it is, but I'm not sure. I thought it was something else, the AH. .48 V, so 48 volt, 25 AH. Amp hours? I thought it had to do with like amperage or something. Amperage, I don't I can't remember. I swear it stands for something else than hours. Or maybe not. Maybe it's the other word. Maybe it's the, is it MH? There's no MH. Well, it's on the, I don't have any Google devices in my computer. I can't type on it. Plus $200 delivery, so this thing is going to be about $27.50, $28.50. I'm not gonna get it, man. Like, it's too much. Like, I'm not gonna get it right now anyway. But I would get it if I had, $28.50 in cash just right here on the bed. I'd buy this. I already got bikes coming, so. And I think this company said no to me right now. They said check back in a year. I'm like, I almost typed F in. I didn't. I was close. But a day later, I actually got a bike for free. It's taking forever. And then the same company is sending me a scooter. And then another company is sending me a bike. And it's taking 3 months, 90 days. And the other one is like, I don't know, 78, 80 days away, That's what it says. It could come sooner, it could take longer if it gets stuck at a port or at customs for whatever stupid reason. So from Amazon, man. I didn't buy those boots, but that's probably why. I guess it's taking forever, so they can just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how come they just wouldn't send it to me as if I was buying it. Or maybe I guess it costs $200 plus tax, like $230 to ship it quickly, because I can have it by July 12th or no 13th. It is the 11th today, so they're going to ship it in 2 days. They must have it in Ontario already, since there's so many left. I really want this bike, but I'll just wait. I mean, I could get it, but a responsible person doesn't do that. Even though I know I can make money with this bike, I'll be able to. I'm gonna do wheelies and burnouts. I wonder if I could do a burnout with this thing if we put like a different tire on there. If I had a skinnier tire in the front, a little bit skinnier tire. I feel like I'd be able to maneuver it a bit better, tighter. I've never driven on a fat tire bike before. I feel like it's kind of slow. Off-road mountain bike. Is that a thing? Well, I thought a mountain bike was an off-road. Off-road? Mountain? Where are you putting these over? Off-road mountain bike. definitely got to be what makes this bike off-road. There are sparks coming off the bottom of the rubber tires. These people are delusional. There's actually sparks coming off the rubber tires as it goes down the digital road. Looks like a nice bike. I mean, the frame looks kind of cheap, but maybe not. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be one of those new $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 mountain bike frames, but then you take a closer look at it. But I kind of feel, I think I'm going for a bike that's not on here. I'm going to go to like an actual company. I highly doubt these are the best parts. You know? The battery's good. I don't know about the suspension and stuff. The disc brake, I mean, it looks good, but you don't know until you start hammering it. Snow with the big tire gravel and the city road. I wonder how much it costs to replace a tire. Like tube, tread. What a scam tires are, you know? You should see these run flats on the new Blazer. They're sick, man. All convertibles have, Corvettes have had run flats since the 90s. But the Corvettes aren't like the Blazers now. The Blazers tires are sick. Check out the new Blazer and the tire technology of the run flat. You'll see what I'm talking about. Tires are a scam. That makes me want to wait till they have run flats on these bikes almost to buy one. I'll just drive the e-scooter around, bro. I'm 205 pounds. I'm gonna drive around an e-scooter. No. They're like, do you want an e-scooter? I'm like, oh yeah. They were probably like, he's very excited to get the e-scooter. Maybe we'll throw stickers on it for him. Gosh, will you? I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. It takes me like 2 seconds to figure out what people have been talking about for 2 days. You know, not much and very little. So I'm looking on Amazon, right? I screenshotted this bike. I'm gonna, once I talk to someone who speaks English at Amazon Canada, like I'm never doing business at Amazon again. I spoke to like 9 call centers all for Amazon North America, you know, Amazon.ca, Amazon.com. I got India, couldn't hear the dude, and whatever he was saying, it sounded like he was speaking the language of India. So I was like, holy, I'm like, what is going on? Is he drunk? I'm thinking, is this the first Amazon employee just hammered on the phone? Like, did he forget which language he's supposed to be answering his call in? So I wait, and I'm listening, and he's going on, and I'm like, I called you, bro. Aren't you going to listen to what I have to say? And I said, like, are you good, bro? He's like, he starts speaking really crappy English, and it's so hard to hear him. He's so staticky. He sounds like he's in a tunnel. I'm like, it's 2024. It's July 2024. We're almost in 2025, basically, right? 4.5 months. We're in flipping the next month. And I'm thinking in the next year, 2025, like, we're in the future, big time, bro. I remember calling, like, Best Buy. No, I remember calling Future Shop when I was 18, you know? I'm like, yo, can I speak to a manager? Yo, dude, what's up? Yo, yeah. Oh, hey, David. Manager David from Future Shop. I got this $600 CD burner. You know, 1999, 98, something like that. Well, 99. I didn't have a computer in 98. I got a computer in 1999, and like 6 months later, sometime later, I had a DVD burner calf for me. It was super expensive, and I'd only burned like 30 CDs with it, right? So, I call a buddy, and I'm just distraught. You know, it's way over 30 days, or I don't even think we had 30 days. I think it was like, we used to, in Canada, it used to be like 9 days or 14 days. So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm 19, I said, and I bought your most expensive CD burner at the Future Shop. And he's like, let me guess, it's not working? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, bring it down. I'll give you your cash back, or get you another one way better than that one. And I'm like, I got the most expensive one. He's like, well, bring it down, and I'll check it out. So I bring it down. I'm with my mom, and the dude at the counter isn't the guy. And this isn't the information that I was told, eh? Like, they're saying, no, you're past your time. We can't do nothing for you. And I put my hand out, bang! I said, I spoke with David 1.5, 2 hours ago. And he said he was gonna, like, do all these things, and the guy's looking at me like, no, David wouldn't say that. And I'm like, I'm walking backwards. I'm like, where am I right now, eh? My mom's looking at me. She's like, we gotta go. She's pulling on me. I walk back up to the counter. Boom! Get David right now. And they're like, no, get out of here, eh? And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, David told me come down personally, talk to him, and ask for him. Right? I don't really remember exactly what happened, like how he came over or what happened, but Dave ended up being there, and I had to put some antibiotics on my cut again, but I forget what I was. So David's there, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I'm like a young guy. I was super cordial for like 10 minutes trying to explain the scenario, just to see if I explained everything all over again to this guy, eh? And I'm serious, this thing was messed. He's like, what'd you do? Put the CDs in upside down? I'm like, no, and if you did, it would just spin it back out, goof. I mean, I said, yeah, I might have done that one time, but you can't burn a CD upside down. Like, it spits it back out, and you gotta put it in the right way. And he doesn't know this. I guess he has like a crap CD burner or something, eh? And I'm like, Holy, and this was like so much money won. In 1999, 650 is 666 basically. It's a lot of cash for a 19-year-old, eh? Let alone somebody in their 30s or 40s. And so I tell the guy, I say I am not happy and I'm not leaving. And I guess David comes over or something finally. This guy doesn't go get him, eh? Probably now too because he thinks he's in trouble. Man, I got my money back, and David walks me over to the huge cabinet. He says, pick out any video game in this cabinet while I go get you the best CD burner in the store. Brand new in the box. And I took Tribes 2. I remember this because I played that game for years, man. He's like, oh, that one's not that expensive. He said, grab another one. So I grabbed Rainbow Six. I don't remember the name of it, but if you go back and look at the Rainbow Six games up for grabs back in 1999 that were released, I got one of those 2 or 3. I think there was a couple of. One had Desert Eagles on it. I grabbed that one for free, and then I bought the other one for like, and he gave me like 50-60% off that game too. I got the CD burner for free. And I'm pretty sure that guy got fired. I can't say for sure. I think he got fired. But I said to David, I said, thank you. And my mom was watching all of this. I gave all the money to my mom. She was upset with me that I got mad. But she said that I did that. She said after, she's like, you know what, Sean, I'm sorry I told you to leave. Because you did the right thing. You did talk to David on the phone, and David did tell you he was going to, he said, bring it back, and as long as it's broken, we'll get you a new one. I gave all the money to my mom, and I had all these games, and I was so happy. And I had a free CD burner and 3 new games. And I was playing Half-Life and Age of Empires at the time, and I had a Rainbow Six. I also played some mech games. I don't remember the names, but I played these games like God. Rainbow Six, I was the best player in the world. You can go watch my content on Call of Duty Mobile, where I ranked up to the top player in the world very quickly. The top player in the world. Go check out my old Call of Duty Mobile content, and you'll see I was one of the greatest mobile live streamers, gamers ever. I still am, I just choose not to do it half as much. Then we moved to Mobile Legends. I'm a world champion twice over, and I made it to the finals 7 times. I made it to the semifinals 11 times. And I made it to quarterfinals, I think it was 14, 16, or 17 times. All my stats are listed, and they're in my live streams. I checked it last week, and I don't lie. Plus, my mobile live streams for World Champions is all online. It's all live. I won the World Championship fucking live on YouTube. Understand? I missed every tournament. I'm a busy guy, especially on the weekend, and I'd do anything for my wife, and even though I'm a world champion, my wife comes first. Every time. If my wife wants to do something or go somewhere, I listen to my wife. Now, I'm a boss, but I still respect, my wife doesn't tell me what to do all the time. Right? Of course she does lots of the time. For the most part, if it's like, hey, could you give me a hand with these things in the house? I'm like, sure, no problem. But she's like, hey, you should do this, that, and this with your life. And most of the time, I'm like, eat a D, and eat a D, right? But, because like she won't listen to me 90% of the time either. And that's life, right? I don't control her. She can't control me. I'm not in a relationship so I can be told what to do all day. The reason I married my wife and made her my wife, I chose to make her my wife, right? I got down on one knee and gave her a ring, right? A nice ring, too. My ring cost, with insurance, was almost 2 G's. It was a full 2-week check with overtime on, like, almost every day. And I just don't care about, I love my wife, I care about my wife, I did that for her. I had the money to buy a ring, but I wanted to go earn it. Because that's what you do. That's what bosses do. You go out there and you make money. You show people I can do it. You know, it's not my path right now. Isn't going and doing that type of construction. It's also very dangerous. I had a horrible boss. He wanted to fight me. I wanted to fight him too, but like we were in the middle of the building, so I went outside and he tried to kick me as I went out the door. And the security, the chick that I saw every morning walking in as I opened up the building for the area, we were literally, I had the keys to the building to open it and go in because my boss was a loser and didn't come. He never showed up for work on time. So after a couple of months or a month and a half, I ended up getting the keys because I was there at like 20 minutes, half hour before I started work. So I'd get there at like 6 or 6:30. He'd be like, oh, if you get there that early, take the keys and you just start working. I'm like, holy. And whoever comes in, you know, I'm not going to say their names, but if any of these guys come in, just start telling them what to do and stuff. I'm like, except for one guy who was like, not my boss, but his best friend. And we both like made fun of him all the time because he was such a goof, man. And he didn't do any work. The guy never did anything. And he always complained about this one guy. He's like, that guy stinks so bad. Did you see his teeth? I'm like, bro, you're his boss, man. Have some goof. Like, just weird stuff. He would say constantly weird stuff. And I have to listen to it, right? It's like again, it's like a family member you're stuck with, right? Goofs. So, I open up early this day and he tells me I'm getting a raise. I tell him like, if I'm not making this much money, I quit. After like, by this date, right? I don't remember what it was. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was good. I was making good money. I was making, plus like, I had extra bonus stuff. Like I would get, I got taxied around, you can say. So I got like rides to work, rides home. If I left early, they'd take me home. And this went on for like 6 months. So I had like these perks, and I guess he was trying to say that was the extras. I'm like, no. And if there wasn't enough work that day and I didn't show up there, I'd get 3 hours pay or something, and I could leave and drive me home like after I just got there. I used to walk to work sometimes, lots of the time. It was so far. My wife took the car to work. Sometimes she dropped me off in the morning. But it was usually no, because I worked so early I had to leave to get picked up way before she. But sometimes she dropped me off. In the winter I started later. So. Then he tried kicking me like in winter. Like he tried kicking me in February or January or February. And I actually did it for quite a lot longer than I thought I did. Because I remember reading the name off of this guy's van as my wife was driving. So I phoned. They're like, hey, you got a job or what? And he's like, yeah, actually I do. I got a big job at this building or whatever, at this place, and I'm not going to name any names. I have to fart. I just felt major relief on my tummy. It's all the falafels. I had curry, falafels a couple days in a row, curry yesterday. Tasty food last night at midnight too. I don't know if it was midnight, we ate late. It was like 10 o'clock or something. It's because we weren't at home though. We went out yesterday evening. Threw us off. I think I was gonna have a nap, or I did have a nap. I can't remember how it worked. No, my wife had a nap. I stayed up with the cat. The cat kept me up. So I really like to get to sleep, the next half hour. I want to put some antibiotics on my cut here. It's pretty deep. Like it feels weird. It's like split open for 2 weeks on the top for a good 1.5 to 2 inches. Not 2 inches though. A good 1.5 to 2 inches there, and then okay. The rest of it's not that bad, but it's still there, Ladies. Let's read the chat. You guys know I can't read the chat from that far away, right?
Yo, what's up, randomness? Mr. Bass Boost. Pizza is nice. Let's go. Show us a front flip, lad?
I don't even know what that means, bro. Randomness, I can show you how to eat a bowl of berries. I'll show you how to eat a bowl of berries at 7 a.m. Oh, man. It's okay if I spill on this blanket, too. I'm going to wash it tonight. When I say I'm going to take it downstairs. And then I leave it by the washing machine. If I put it in, my wife will get mad. Won't get mad. I don't know, have you heard me and my wife chat before? The most we argue is about like the dumbest stuff you could ever imagine. 5 seconds later we're like, ah! Me and my wife don't have like a specific argument that we feud over. Nothing. I can't. Honestly, I'm gonna ask her. She'll say it's how tidy I am. Not with spills. It's with like I got a lot of stuff, right? And all my gear. I have a lot of hobbies. I should start with that. Most people are lame. This guy, not lame. I have a lot of technology. I have a lot of things I don't talk about, and I have a lot of other things I definitely don't talk about. And then I have a lot of things I used to talk about and I'll definitely never talk about again. But I have a lot of things I do talk about and I do feature on the show. I have a lot of things I do unbox that I do show new hobbies up and coming. And I do go back to, stuff I was doing 3-4 years ago on the show. We'll come back for 6 months or 2 months right away. The reason I make these shows doesn't have to be a reason. Everyone needs an answer. I don't beckon to you, right? See, the thing is people are gonna be snide and they'll talk about you out the side of their mouth, like Jean Chrétien, the dirty old politician. Greasy politicians talk out the side of their mouths, eh? People that look out the sides of their eyes and do like weird stuff, those greasy politicians make side eyes at the people that voted them in. You're not going to catch this guy being greasy, okay? I'll tell someone straight to their face what I think of them. Now, if they're 80 years old and cheated on their wife for 20, 30 years, or 50 years, or 60 years, who knows how long he's going to cheat, right? Saying he's making sunshine. Where's all your money, bro? Where's all your money? You know? So people talk a big talk, but they're greasy, right? People get money from other people that they're like, oh, they don't need it. They don't need it. It's like, wait, didn't you keep $4,000 or $5,000 that should have went to somebody? But you think now that it's so important that everybody makes hay while the sun shines, but you were too greed driven not to give that up? I've seen stuff with my own eyes that's embarrassing, embarrassing. So I see how much people help other people, and it's a joke. It's a joke. Certain things I've found out over the years I'm not happy with. People should be in jail. And there's still time. There is still time to put you there. Let's just say that. You greasy old buggers. Anybody who steals from me, I never respect it. You could steal like 8 bottles of juice off me, That's enough to make me hate you. If you steal $5 worth of something that I just bought that evening, that's enough for me to hate you, right? I washed my feet today, but I doubt it, I'll go have a bath right away. People are bad with their money, and they get sour. And then they try and pick at problems of other people's lives when their lives are so pathetic, Meanwhile, you shouldn't gamble, because it's made you spiteful, It really has. It's made you a dirty person. Gambling makes people dirty, right? You steal from your children, you get paid $500 a month to make sandwiches, like that's gross. You don't make money off your family, guys. Sure, yeah, you get left something by your parents when they pass if they're not complete losers, but the majority of people that gamble leave their kids nothing. So I'll give you an example. I'm not going to say any names, but I know somebody whose parents are sick or whatever, and this girl's been gambling with her parents forever, and she already knows that her parents aren't leaving her a thing. I think the dad has some sort of something that she might get, she thinks, but there's a leech in the family too. There's also a brother who's like just lived at home his whole life, leeched off of them their whole life. So meanwhile, the woman is like helped the whole family buy groceries, takes them all to the doctors, does all this stuff for them, right? And other stuff, like tons of things. Gets some Christmas presents, birthday presents, and she gets nothing, right? And I know that the son gets stuff, right? He lives with them, right? So this isn't my family, by the way. This is a friend of someone. This is one of my friends. And it's a girl whose family members are complete addicted. They have many addictions. Alcohol, tobacco, gambling. Horrible lifestyles here for older people in Manitoba. Horrible habits, addictions, which just steals and drains all of your family's wealth. Guess where that all goes. It's in the description there. It's a little short abbreviated. All goes to that thing. Governor? What say you, Governor? Instead of you benefiting your family when you pass, right? So again, let me go back and say what I said in the beginning. Old people don't give a flying toot about you when you get older. Not a toot. I've watched it happen. It's gross, man.